What's up, you guys? Wanted to come on here and give you guys a couple plays for today's games. Today is the January 14th, and we have the Cowboys Packers, and then we have the Lions versus the Rams. So, yeah, got a lot of good games, a lot of potentials for shootouts, a lot of potentials for correlated betting. So, that's what we like. We saw yesterday with the Texans Browns game. I mean, all of those plays looked extremely good going in to halftime. And then the Joe Flacco just throws two pick sixes, and Texans get to run the ball out and just waste the clock. And I don't think the Texans even had. I think they had like one possession in the third quarter. So, um, yeah, it was a lot of near misses. I had a lot of 4 out of 6s, 5 out of 6s yesterday. Um, and yeah, so let's hope we can hit some correlated betting today. That first half of that Texans Cleveland game is the exact game script that we want. We want a lot of throwing. We want the quarterbacks to be doing well. A lot of high powered offenses going after each other. Before I get into the picks, we still do have this one on Wild Card Wednesday on Sleeper. It expires tonight whenever this game kicks off, but we have Puka Nakua, reduced line. He should hit this, I think, at like a 80, 85%, is like normally what these hit at. So yeah, take this, pair it with another. I would pair it with Matthew Stafford over, maybe like over touchdowns or over completions, whatever you can get, and then maybe take another thing like under sacks or something like that. Just so you're able to take that, and then also with a sleeper match, if you use the code in the pinned comment, you'll get a $500 match with sleeper, which is a great match. It's like the best in the business, right? If you put in $500, you'll get a free $500. It's the easiest 500 you'll make. So yeah, that's with sleeper. I always like to go over the promos just because that's easy money. Um, Today we have the two prize picks plays, and then we're gonna have an underdog play after. So yeah, prize picks. We're gonna have this Cowboys versus Packers game. We have Dak, and then we have Jordan Love. You can see that it's a 25x. So I'm figuring out how to build 25x's, even with the recent like payout shifts that prize picks is really pushing now. So we have Dak, we have Jordan Love over pass completions, and then we have two Dallas receiving targets. We have Cooks and we have Ferguson, and then we have two Green Bay receiving targets. We have Watson and we have Wicks. So yeah, this is correlated because the more passing completions that these two guys get, so like if Dak goes over pass completions and Jordan Love goes over pass completions, like I said, we want it to be high scoring, a lot of throwing. Then it's a lot more likely that these receivers are also going to go over their passing yards, right? So like let's just say if Dak hit like 28 pass completions. Jordan Love had like 26 pass completions. I'm just saying random numbers, but let's say that they do hit, then it's also a lot more likely that these guys, these passing targets are going to go over their projections too. So that's how that's correlated there. Um, it's correlated because if one thing happens, then it's a lot more likely for another thing to happen. So this is the best way to win long term into prize picks. And yeah, with 25x's, if you think about it, all you need to hit is like 1 in 25. So every 1 in 25, if you can hit every 1 in 25, you'll break even. And then on top of that, you're also going to hit like 4 out of 6s and 5 out of 6s, which are also going to give you payouts. So if you think about it, if you just hit a one, if you hit every 1 in 25 of them, then you'll break even. And then your profit on top of that will be whatever 4 or 5 man plays that you get, which to be honest, I hit a lot of them, right? Because that's just how it goes. It's always the last leg of the parlay. This is the first pick of the day. Second pick of the day or play of the day is going to be with the Lions versus Rams. So we got Goff, we got Stafford, and then we have same thing here. We have two receiving targets for the Rams, two receiving targets for Denver. So we have Goff, Stafford over pass completions, exact same thing as that Packers Cowboys game over pass completions. And then again, if these guys go over pass completions, it's a lot more likely that these receiving targets are going to go over the receiving yards. So yeah, not going to spend too much time explaining this one, but same thing. It's a 25x if you take this one. Same thing with sleeper. We have a prize picks code for you guys, RFF. If you don't have prize picks yet, I would expect a lot of you guys probably already do have prize picks, but if you don't, $100 match for them. So definitely not as good as the sleeper one. So if you don't have sleeper, definitely use the sleeper one. But yeah, this is $100 match with prize picks. So yeah, this is the second prize picks of the day, and then we're gonna move on to Underdog Fantasy. Also have a code for that in the pinned comment. But yeah, same thing, correlated. We have just a little bit different of plays here. Just throwing in some different receivers and different lines here. So instead of pass completions, we have pass TDs for Goff and then pass yards for Stafford. And then we actually have three um, receivers on uh, Detroit. So what I like to do on Underdog is what you're able to do is you're able to actually have four players on the same team with one player on the opposite team, because you're only able to do five people max. You're not able to do 6-man plays. So what you want to do is you want to do four players on one team and then one player on the other team because that's the max you can do. So yeah, if Goff has a good game, I mean, let's say he has 2, 3 touchdowns, he has close to 300 yards passing or something like that, which I mean, he's been doing really well. Then, if he has anywhere close to that, like these guys are going to get a lot of the action here. And then same thing, Stafford's going to have to keep up with Goff in that regard and throw a lot. So, two really high-powered offenses. Lions, Rams should be a great game. Sunday night football. So, yeah, take these plays down below. Use those promo codes if you don't have any of these apps. It's always good to have as many apps as possible. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be making a play for the Eagles game tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you guys.